Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler with me, MYGF37. So, in our last episode, I actually thought we were actually going to be done with the 777, and we were going to go over to the Dash 8. But what happened is, apparently, I've seen a bunch of people say that the Dash 8 just doesn't work with Air Hauler, and I thought I could get it to work because I've done it before where, and I tried it again. When we taxi out, Air Hauler actually recognizes that we're taxiing and actually throws up the little sign that says, taxi to the runway and take off and all that. However, I guess when you land, or maybe it's even in the air, I guess maybe it just doesn't recognize it. So I guess it really doesn't work. I don't know. And so I went over to the TriStar, and I tried to get the TriStar going. I actually tried to make an episode the other day up in Juneau, I can't remember exactly where we were going. But I had it for an hour and a half, tried to get that thing going. And there's something about the fuel configuration or something. I just cannot. It took me like an hour to get the thing just to start up. And I eventually got started up, went over to the runway. As I advanced power, we were going down the runway, and about 5 seconds in, the right engine just shuts off. And it's just like, that plane is just a hot mess. It doesn't work. Or at least I can't get it to really work. It was a shame because I had actually flown it a couple times right before that, just trying to get used to it again. But I can't even hardly get the thing started. So we're going to actually go back to the 777 for right now, for maybe an episode or two, before I figure out exactly where we're going to go next. Back to the 757, or we can go to the 767, something like that. And I've got other planes, too, that we can fly. And those are planes that we haven't shown before. But one of our planes is right here at Montego Bay. One of our 777s going to Freeport. It's a short one, $352,000 though for that kind of flight. And if I have time, let's see, up here at Freeport, there's one going. I think I just saw it to Gulfport. Where is it? Yeah, and as you can see, that's even just basically a little bit longer, but it pays $551,000. And I think we can get to that, 9,000 feet. So if I have time the next day, I'll get that one too, because it should be another short flight. We're going to go ahead and do this. Okay, that's us. How many 777s? That's right, we do have that air freights. I forgot all about that one. 86%. Bring me on down. 485 miles. By the way, I already tried this one actually yesterday. I've had trouble the past 3 days. I cannot get any flights done. And as we were approaching, we had another wind problem, just like we did, I believe, in the last episode, where you just keep feeling like the wind keeps hitting you just every 2 seconds. It's made it almost impossible to land, so I ended up getting the heck out of it. All right, 485. That should be more than enough fuel. So we have to spend $9,800 just to get it off there. Do a day flight. And let's see. I think I'm going to go with the large right here. There's no heavies I don't see. So let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright everybody, here we're at the plane. That was like that yesterday. There's actually even more planes today than there was yesterday. This actually was following down here a Air Jamaica plane. This is a cool livery. Let me see if Opus is even working. There it goes. Some planes. I can't tell what that's Air Jamaica too. That's a totally different livery. Looks like, is that Delta down there? A bunch of different planes. I like seeing that. Parking brake, go on. Center tanks are low, so turn that off. Beacon and nav come on. It's actually been a few weeks since I've flown. I did fly yesterday with this plane. Go to FMC. Alright. We're at MKJS. And Freeport is MYGF. So put that in. Activates. Alright. Go ahead and get the fuel weight. 10% for reserves. Let's go ahead and make our request. I think yesterday I put us up like 38,000 or something. It's kind of crazy. Let's go for runways. We're going to take off on runway 7. No SID, no star. Oh no, wait, sorry, there is a SID. No star. Alutu 2 and Treasure Puto. I don't know what that would be. And as you can see, there's only one runway with the ILS. That is runway 6. Put that in. Alright, wow, 40,000. Gee, Christmas. Thrust limit, I'll derate 10%. We're really light, so we don't need to take off that fast. That much power. Flaps to 15. Get our V speeds here. 144. It's pretty low. 144. There we go. Let's check out our legs here. If there's any discontinuities, there's one. Let's also check our approach speed. Maybe 137. There we go, 137. Hopefully we can nail this landing. I'd really love to. Although, like I said, I haven't flown this plane in maybe like 3 weeks. I had so many videos yet to post that I've concentrated on other things. I still have like 4 or 5 before this one to post, but I need to get some videos done. I'm gonna go for we'll go 155 at 2,000, and after that doesn't really matter because it's 50 nautical miles, so it'll be able to get down from, I think it was 240, 292. All right. Let me see if there's anyone coming. I almost backed into a guy yesterday. It's kind of funny. It wasn't that close, but would have been really bad. Parking brake is off. We'll go ahead and push back. Radio is for the minimums with the traffic, see if there's anything out there. Doubt it. We'll go up to 40,000. And what is... Runway 7, I don't know what exactly the heading of the runway is. It looks like it might be it right there, maybe another... There we go. Looks like it's up the heading of the runway. Brakes can go in RTO. We'll turn on the flight directors. Arm LNAV and VNAV. This thing didn't turn yesterday. Just kind of went to the grass and I stopped it. See if she stops today. Are we changing direction? Are we back up? There it's going. Not near soon enough, so I'll go ahead and stop that. Don't need to get in the grass. Put on the taxi lights. Alright. Let's head on over. I'm going to set the flaps to 15. This is one thing I don't mix about that plane, is my head movements. I think it's in the config file. I did see something about head movement in the FSX config file, momentum. So I'm thinking about changing that. Just need to copy the config file just in case it screws something up. Because you never move back, that's the problem. I can understand your head moving to the right, but then as you're going straight again, your head should move back to the right, but it doesn't. It just keeps you over there. So it's not even right. It just annoys me. It makes it hard to line up.
Approaching 07.
Stop right here. Nobody coming. Could have just stayed in the cockpit. Alright, landing lights come on. Strobe is on as well. Go ahead and get on the runway. And if it's not too hard to line up, then we'll just do a rolling takeoff. Usually it's kind of hard to line up because of that head movement that I was just talking about. I like flying these small planes. This never happens.
On runway 07.
See how like we're just way too far over? Alright, let's go ahead and get on out of here though. Still flying. Thanks on the throttles. Toga. Got that D-rated takeoff, 10%. Could have gotten even lower than that. D-rated takeoff. We're so light. We don't worry too much about fuel though. Positive rate. Gear coming up. We'll put flaps to 5. My nose up. I just feel like my controls aren't all that fluid. I'm trying to keep the box in crosshairs. See, that's what annoys me right there is those engines were spooling down, and now it's... I don't know why the autopilot didn't when I engaged the first time. I was like, wait, what have I done wrong? Alright, that's why I left flaps at 1, because you didn't need them. Leave them at 1. It comes spooling down, and it kind of screws with the speed. Alright, flaps can come up. Let's put the range to 40. Let's check out, I can't even remember where we just took off from. Montego Bay. Oh, it's a little too far out. I guess Montego Bay is that and then nothing. So many of the sceneries. Low flying clouds, too. He's right above them. Well, we are at 6,000 feet. This thing just takes off like a freaking rocket. You see, it's over speed. Climbing at 6,200 feet a minute, that's just crazy. Although, like I said, we are extremely light. Not even full of cargo and not even close on the fuel. We'll go ahead and throw this taxi light off. At 8,600 feet. Check the progress page. We at Freeport 1848, so just over an hour. An hour and 11 or so. Coming up on 9,700 feet. Alright, coming up on 10,000. Go ahead and click off the landing lights. We have 40,000. Wow. That's surprised we got all the way up to 40,000. I guess it's just because we're so light we can get up there. Alright, well, got a little over an hour until we'll be there, so I'll go ahead and speed it up, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody, slowing it down. We're at 8,500 feet. You can see we're at 236 knots. And we need to be down to 155 here in 32 miles. So still a ways to go, really. This plane's been struggling to with its speed and altitude with the glide slope. Moving up to 2x now. You can see that there's a problem with the winds and stuff shifting and everything. Auto brakes are set to 2. The speed brake is armed. Landing lights, everything is on. So we're about ready. Already got the heading set to the runway heading. About 26 miles out from our next speed, which was what, 155? Just checking to see if our landing speed has changed. Nope, still 137. You can see just looking at the wind, like I might have to pause this and get rid of it. Just listen to normal, because you can just see it won't settle. So I'm going to pause it for a second, get rid of Opus, and see if that doesn't help anything. Be right back. Alright, I got rid of Opus and changed the weather to clear weather. I didn't necessarily need it to be clear, but I just can't deal with that damn speed. Changing, now you can see it's just 5 knots and staying still. It's very annoying. And you can't really land a plane when it's doing that. Because 1 second you're, you know... Like yesterday when I was trying this, 1 second it says I'm 10 miles below my landing speed, and then the next second I'm 15 over. It's just like, you can't do that. Alright, 20 miles out. I'm going to go ahead and set the flaps to 1. Got about 100 knots to go. Need some drag because we can't even get down to the speed it wants to be at. Throttle's coming up, so we'll get rid of that. When I did that, it changed the wind direction to directly how we would want it, I guess. Runway heading 068, so it's literally like coming right into us. Right, still need to get down almost 50 or 90 knots, and she's saying she's got it under control. I'm not really sure that I believe that. Although I usually, when I take over, I get it too slow too soon, or slow too soon. All right, we're below 4,000 feet. Just under 13 miles to that waypoint. So it seems like we're a ways from the island. Yet we're already at 4,000 feet. There you see the speed change. And you're just going back to idle. Speed's coming down pretty nice. Wait just a second before we get out to 5. Yeah, we're right on the glide slope. I'm going to go ahead and put the flaps to 5. Although 8 miles, we still got to get down 60 some knots. seems quite slow. You still got 11 miles to the runway from there. We got 45 knots to go. I don't know, is the runway like at the very beginning of the... We've actually been to Freeport multiple times. I can't really remember, you know, exactly where the runway is though. Six miles. Alright, flips going to 15. The thrust coming up for some reason. We still, there it goes. There it drops to 155. So it's doing a good job this time. I'll of course take over control. Actually, it really needs to be 142. That's alright. I'll have manual control. Manual control of the throttles.
25.
You can see the runway. See if we can't nail this one. It's been a few weeks though since I've flown this plane, so I don't promise anything. Alright, we're right at our speed. 2.7 to go, so that worked out really nice. "13 miles from the runway, it looks like. Seems like it's been a long approach. Oh, it's raining. I didn't even know it was raining. Can't even tell it from looking straight ahead. Yeah, apparently it's raining. We're all set up. Speed brake is armed. Auto brakes are at 2. Everything's good. Alright, now we're finally making the turn. And you can see the rain over here. I still can't see it in front of me. Alright, hitting the localizer. Do not see the runway. About right at 10 miles out. Can't get down to 137 yet. We need to put the gear down. I thought I just saw flash. Go ahead and arm the approach. Hold. Put the gear down. Like I said, I still don't see the runway anywhere. We got it right here. Rid of the auto throttles. Slow her down a little bit. Just kind of staying at her speed. I don't know what that is. That's like a weird row of houses. Or something that looks kind of weird. No thrust is required. I got it. You just calm down. In fact, we're supposed to be at 137 at this waypoint. I'm not sure why you would think thrust would be required. Why are we low? Maybe it's because of our speed. This thing would just trust me. Flaps to 25. I'm going to get on the thrust just a little bit because she's pulling her nose up. I don't know why we had to get so low. It's not just because of our speed. We're not really even lined up. It says that we are, but it sure doesn't seem like it. Alright, flaps going to 35. 30, sorry. Alright, let me get on the thrust now. The nose is about to come down. Actually, like I said, we do need to be at 142 technically. Alright, she's got the auto land all good, so we're not going to auto land though. But it looks like we're off, like the runway is angled. There's 142. Autopilot is off. I don't know, but it seems like we're like that runway is angled and we're not angled to it at all.
1,000.
Pull that nose up. Speed's still a little fast.
Approaching 06.
Gotta pull the nose up a little bit. A little high. Speed's dropping a little too much. Fighting the pitch to get the nose down a little bit. There's a weird something right there. So that's where it tries to balloon me up every time right there.
100.
Just, we're getting high at the very end.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
I couldn't get the nose up. Damn it. We were coming in so nicely. I tried to get the nose up. And at the very last second, I couldn't. Damn it. That was ridiculous. That's unacceptable because I had it right until the end. We got a little high at the end, and as I came down, I tried to pick the nose up, but I just didn't pull back, I don't think, hard enough or soon enough either. Damn it. Are the buildings not, they're not behind us, correct? Actually, they are. Hit up ground. Taxi for takeoff options, no landing options? Oh, that's so aggravating. Like everything was coming in nice and slow. At the very second, somehow we got high again. And I think that's one thing that really screws up my landing. Trying to get this thing off the runway. Oh, that's such a flat landing. Nope, we're moving forward. Landing lights are off, strobe is off. Flight director coming off. Yeah, looks like we gotta go to the right. Seems a little jagged. I'm kind of, well, 29, 25. It's really aggravating. Really aggravating. Because it was set up so perfect. I don't know why, but there always seems, when we get close to the runways, there's like a, almost like a ballooning effect where I get pushed up when I'm trying to get down. And then, because of that, I end up coming pushing down, you know, on the nose to get it back on the glide slope, but we're so close to the runway. And that totally screws up my flare and everything. I tried to pick the nose up right at the last second because I noticed we were coming in a little hard with our vertical speed. I just didn't pick the nose up quick enough, I don't think. You see on the runway, although we're not... The nose could have been up a little bit anyway. I don't know exactly where we should park. Not really at the jetway. Guess we can park over here. Looks like there's some parking areas. Raining in Jamaica, or I guess it's the Bahamas. Wait, Freeport? Can't remember. Isn't that the Jamaica? Or no, the Bahamas? Can't even remember. Cut a little early. I got a truck right there. We're not gonna hit our wings on it. Just gonna go over here. Swinger wide. Highway, alright. Crappy landing. Parking brake is off. Taxi light off. Beacon and nav. Should have turned the engines off before that, I guess. Alright. So go on over to Air Hauler and we'll get paid. Alright, everybody, 3% damage. Man, that seems kind of excessive. Did we come down that hard? It should have been a better landing, man. It's just, I was screwed up right at the end. So look how much fuel we have left. Alright. Come on, Air Hauler. Time is almost 12:30. Come on, Air Hauler. Let's go. Yeah, so 3% damage. That's not good. But there's, like I said, there's a job here, Freeport to Gulfport, which pays a lot. I kind of want to do that because there's also a short one. Let's check this out. Freeport to Gulfport. See, 500,000. It's a lot of cargo. But it's a very short flight. Biloxi. And then someone could always take it to New Orleans or something, or there might be something closer. I'll tell you what, we'll probably go ahead and do that. For the next episode. Freeport to Gulfport. Look how Air Hauler just likes to take so long. I really hope they fix that in Air Hauler too. Alright. Somehow make it faster. Alright, so that's going to be it for the next episode. But that's it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys on the next flight.